15th August, on my birthday, 2011, she added me to her Facebook because she was looking for Oriental philosophy. She studied philosophy in the university and interested in broadening her horizon. Mm-hmm. We started communicating and we found out we had many self-interests and life experience also. She also suffered a lot, and this was really amazing. So after 3 days I proposed to her and she told me
you wanted to marry her in 3 days?
Yes, yes.
What did she say?
Slow down.
It was on a bright Wednesday morning in December 15th, 2021, when an excited Joan Nyambura walks down the aisle towards the love of her life, Dion De Kraker from the Netherlands. Theirs is a love that knows no bounds, distance, or race. And on today's episode of Candid with Yvonne, we are here at Matasia to cover their story of how they met and what brought them together.
I have found this amazing woman who not only has a heart of gold and is breathtaking, but in all her wisdom has the rare quality to shut me up with a smile. Multinational, born in Netherlands, son of president of the Mormon Church, the Latter-day Saints. I've been in about 53 countries. This is country 54. And I finally found my destination, I feel.
Here in Kenya?
Yes, in Kenya. I've done some research since I arrived here, and I found out that Kenya is, according to a Harvard professor, is described in the Bible of the land of milk and honey.
Great.
And he even said the Kikuyu are the true Israelites, descendants of the son of Ham, the son of Noah after the flood. And I find it really peaceful here. This is, from the 53 countries I've been visiting, my number one, my destination.
That's nice.
I'm 61, turning 62 this year.
And what's your profession? What's your background profession?
I've been on a disability pension since 2001. Previously I worked for Dutch government for social affairs, specialized in orphans, widows and old age pensioners. I was a spokesman and taking care of many nationalities, 34 treaty countries. We've been dealing with the pension requests and helping them out even with the taxes, and done many studies. I've done in the order because I have been born with very poor health. I've done many studies and also the travels to find cures for the many health issues I had.
What are some of the challenges that you experienced?
Yes. I did China Chang, which is organ pressure massage to control the organs, which benefited me and saved me in several occasions, even through which I've been off insulin for 3 years. I've studied Chinese herbology in Amsterdam. I never completed the studies. It was Chinese People's University, now called the Shenzhou University. Lymphatic drainage, I've done Open University, international human rights and international treaties was through my work, 17 years. International human rights, always been interested since 1972 when the regime in what's called Allende was annihilated by the CIA, the human rights. Always been interested in that. And
you mentioned that you were in the disability. So tell us what happened to you.
What happened? Disability pension, my work, I got burnt out. I was too empathic, taking care of people, orphans and widows, the most vulnerable, and old age pensioners who build up the world, old people. I got completely burned out and could not handle it anymore, so it was kind of a mental disability. They even tried to convince me I had some mental issues, but that was not the case. But I accepted it. At first I tried to fight it, to come back, because I thought I was too young. I was only 41. But eventually I accepted it, and I got a good pension because I was not top, but middle class ranked worker as a spokesman. And so I accepted it, and then since 2007, when I discovered Facebook, I became a voluntary ambassador for United Nations, which I still do. Mass communication, liaisons, connecting people, and that has been interrupted for 8 years, from around 2000, no, longer, 9 years, 2011 until 2020, when I was bedridden for 8 years.
Why was that? What happened?
I got a new aorta with a pens prosthesis. That was about 2013. Before that, I had gastroparesis, through which I got tube fed for 2 years, vomiting 24/7. Then through mistake, hospital, my leg was amputated, and I was put on forced medicine, through which I became completely apathetic and not interested in living anymore.
Can you imagine?
Since suicide is no option according to my religion, it's a mortal sin. I just pray to God to take me up, bring me to my father and to my grandmothers. But he had other plans for me, fortunately.
And that's the reason we're here today.
That's the reason why I got here, yeah. It's a lifelong wish to come to Kenya. I had this teacher in '69 in 3rd grade elementary school who had been a development teacher in Kenya for 10 years, and he came with a small baby crocodile into the classroom. And from Fridays he would show slideshows and then the stories, and that's when I decided I wanted to become a development worker for Doctors Without Borders. And even I wanted to marry a dark woman, even at 9 years old already.
Yes.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Somehow it did not happen. I visited over 53 countries, and
You couldn't find it.
suddenly last year, when I got contact on Facebook with this beautiful woman, I said, well, I've got to jump in the deep one more time. And wow.
Tell us about that, the first time you met her, before you actually started interacting again.
Well, 15th August on my birthday, 2011, she added me to her Facebook because she was looking for Oriental philosophy. She studied philosophy in the university and interested in broadening her horizon, which she did. She's a very wise woman. And we did not communicate much, because for 8-9 years I didn't communicate much at all on Facebook, because I was bedridden all the time and just trying to keep control over myself. And we just had little communication until last year, January, when she sent me one of her YouTube clips, which was very, very impressive. And I thought, oh wow, I got to check her out. And then I saw her photos, and it was love at first sight.
Wow.
It was really love at first sight.
What did you do
And then
next?
I saw her, one of her photos, profile photos. I boldly go for Jesus. I've got a long-term relationship with Jesus. And then I thought to myself, Jesus is not selfish. He can share her with me.
You can share.
So
Yeah.
we started communicating, and we found out we had many self-interests and life experience also. She also suffered a lot, and this was, really amazing. So after 3 days I proposed to her, and she told me
You wanted to marry her in 3 days?
Yes, yes.
What did she say?
Slow down.
Did you slow down?
Did I slow down? No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
You were determined.
No. Yes.
So what did you do next?
When
you decided she's the one?
We messaged a lot, and then I said I want to see you on FaceTime or on WhatsApp, face to face, and she said no, that's too early, and some 2 weeks later, I think, first time we just had 1 minute or something, she got scared, and some days later again a few minutes, and it grew, and
what about her drew you to her?
Her life experience, her studies, of course, a beautiful woman, like a dream coming true. Her soul, beautiful soul, good heart. Of course, that is difficult to decide from a distance, but yeah.
How would you describe the long distance relationship? How was it?
Very loving, very philosophical, very much talking about religion, several kinds of religions, and it felt like a school teacher to me, and I don't accept it easily, teachers, but she outranks me on several levels, which is, I really thought I found my match.
She really is brilliant.
Yes, stubbornness, and I love a strong lady. She's a real powerhouse. She's just as powerful as she is small.
That's nice.
Yes.
When did you decide to come to Kenya, and why?
I decided the 27th of March when we...
2021?
2021. I was planning to come in August already, but... no, already earlier, but the point was my mother, who died last year, in 2020, we've been waiting a long time for a legacy, and to get here, I would have to stay in a cheap hotel, which she said that's not a good thing, because people might take advantage of you, and they will see dollar signs. So then we said, okay, you start looking for a house. And thanks to the legacy of my mother, my father died already in 2003. I can afford this house next to the apartment I have in Holland, which I soon will get rid of when we return, if she gets a passport, and then move to Greece. But I told her, you look for a house, and we've been seen several houses, and then her niece Monica and Nicholas, they found this house and
It's beautiful.
it's perfect. Eventually wanted the other house opposite, but they have stairs.
Right.
And this is flat. So, because I could hardly walk when I arrived here, I've been practicing. I had atrophy, very thin legs, and they've grown since I've been here walking a lot. She makes me work a lot. Oh,
Which is
is
good.
very good.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. I already told her before I came, I have a habit to be lazy, so you have to kick my ass.
What was your experience when you saw her the first time at the airport?
Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. Heartbeat.
The heartbeat.
Heartbeat, yes. Yes. We hugged each other. Yes. We hugged each other and then we walked to the car with her nephew who brought us here. That was scary because it was in the middle of the night. It was just before 12. It was dark. And riding on the wrong side of the road here. We drive on the other side. And there were even people riding without lights passing us. So that was scary.
Have you been to Kenya before?
No,
This was the first time.
Yeah.
How did you find it?
Oh, wonderful. Very, very peaceful. Even in slum areas of being Kibera. It's very peaceful. And unlike other countries where I've seen people being underfed and very poor, I don't see underfed people here. I don't think there's hunger in Kenya. And it's even with all the militaries and the police officers everywhere, when you go to shopping malls, it is a very safe feeling. Very safe feeling. And I've been in other countries where I did not feel safe at all.
Okay.
But here it is, so very peaceful, yes.
So here you are, excited to meet your bride-to-be. How was the wedding planning going on? And what did you do? In Africa, we have bride price. For
dowry.
The wife.
Yes.
Tell us how you went
At
about
first, I didn't agree with it because I believe in gender equality, and it felt like I'm buying a woman. I agreed on it after a brother explained, and she explained it belongs to the culture. And when you move to another country, into another culture, in this case Kikuyu culture, you have to adapt.
Sure.
You have to. I believe in equality, 50-50, but since I want to live here, this is my final destination, I have to adapt. So I understand now about the dowry, how it works, and I respect it.
That's good.
Yes.
And then on your wedding day, this beautiful bride is walking down the aisle towards you.
Yes.
What's running through your mind?
Nervous, very nervous, very nervous.
How did she look?
I felt like a baby. She looked angelic, divine.
Wow.
Really beautiful. Like an African queen.
You decided on an African theme. Is there a reason why you decided to settle on that?
Well, we wanted a small wedding, but family is very important, and they decided also. They decided different, so... Like I said, I have to adapt.
Yeah.
I have to adapt.
How was your friends and family reaction when you told them that you're coming to Kenya to meet this woman and marry her?
Worried, very worried. Yes, they were very worried, but they accepted it. At least my one sister, my big sister, and my caretaker, old neighbor of mine, Vicky. She has been my neighbor for 45 years and taking good care of me for 10 years, and she was very worried. And well, she's seen through Facebook Messenger and through WhatsApp how things are going here, and they've met Joni, and they're very happy. Yeah.
Nice.
And my big sister also said, my mother and father in heaven, they also absolutely agree. Yeah. So where first were worries, now there is only love and respect, which was there before, but by my big sister. But yeah, the worries are gone now. They've seen with their own eyes, and they also want to visit very much. Yeah. And we got 3 guest rooms, so they can easily, even my niece, she said, when you still are there, and I just got my visa arranged because it would expire the 15th this month. But they were very helpful. There was a row of maybe 100 people, and they let us, they saw us both, and they let us in front. This military guy came, where do you come from? Visa. And within 15 minutes we were ready. In Holland it would never have been possible.
Wow.
Yeah. Just like the medical in Holland, it's all about money. They look at their watches. And here I've been helped in the Aga Khan hospital by Dr. Buika, a wonderful lung, because we found out I've got sleep apnea. And he helped me for free.
Wow.
Didn't have to pay. So that would not be possible. It's so very humane here. They even much more than in the Netherlands, where well, the world turns around money, but in Netherlands it's bad.
How would you describe your marriage? It's been how long?
Very loving. I met my match in stubbornness. How would I describe it? Yeah. Ebony and ivory go together in perfect harmony. That's what the song goes, and that's what's happening here. It's harmony.
Sure.
Yeah.
You have been married before?
Yes.
So tell us about that.
I've been married, when was that? 1984 until 1997 in the Netherlands. We were both alcoholics, very much, and since 2003, when I was in Brazil in hospital, I got stomach puncture. It was a narrow escape from that. God gave me many chances.
So back to your previous marriage.
Previous marriage, yes, it ended. It was no nice ending. Rather not talk about it.
Okay.
It was when you don't have. I've been taught when you cannot say good things about someone, don't speak at all. Hold your tongue.
Yeah.
So.
And respect that.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Let's talk about your wife. What message do you have for her? How did she change your life? How did she change your perception about life?
She did so much, like I said, and I'm considered, like she called it, like when we enter high school, you've got to do this test. I had a 99% score, even having been born autistic, I've been labeled with certain gifts and IQ, which is extremely high, and she called me borderline genius. And a few days on Facebook, I found the right words. A friend from Nigeria, said, "You've married an intelligent octopus." And I really found my match. You know, octopus got 9 brains, 1 main brain, and in tentacles. She's multilateral. She's more than I ever could hope for. She's beyond all my dreams coming true.
That is wonderful.
Yes.
What would you like her to?
She's very empathic, very intelligent, very beautiful. Like I said, we've got many similar life experiences. And she's Like Stevie Wonder sang, "For once in my life, I need someone. I've met someone who needs me." And we take care of each other.
What's the future looking like for you as a couple?
Until I'm 67, which when my old age pension starts, I'm on disability pension, which does not allow me to stay in Kenya permanently, just a part of the year. Since Netherlands climate is very unhealthy for the both of us, when I return to Netherlands, I will get rid of my apartment and get an apartment in Greece, which is not only 50% cheaper, but it's also the climate is much healthier, the food, the people there. And it has been her childhood wish to go to Greece. So it will be like 50-50 Kenya and Greece. And personally, I don't believe in property like the native Indians in America say men can no more own land than they can own the air we breathe. But it is her wish to build a house here, to own it. So since I will always have to reside in Greece, because if I will come to have a dual citizenship with Kenya, they will tax me double. Both in Netherlands and in Kenya. So she will get dual citizenship, which is allowed, and all the property will be hers, not mine. Not mine.
You have told us so much about her. We can't wait to meet this woman.
Yes.
I saw her in...
She's an angel in disguise.
So we will end our first part of the video here.
Yes.
And when we come back, we will bring the bride, the beautiful bride, to tell us her story and how she met this amazing man who is making her happy and smile like a little girl. Stay with us.